We are operating under a dominant technological narrative. Generative AI is an engine of pure task efficiency. Across almost every industry, workflows that used to take days have been compressed into seconds, generating polished text, code, and analysis at hyperspeed. But this immediate boost in output obscures a slower, structural erosion occurring beneath the surface. The very tools maximizing our daily efficiency are shifting the complex human capabilities required to perform our jobs. This tension between output and ability is documented across two distinct fields of research. Macroeconomic labor data shows a measurable shift in occupational requirements, while micro-level cognitive psychology identifies the specific neurocognitive mechanics behind it, phenomena labeled as cognitive offloading and reduced epistemic agency. Generative AI is driving a highly specialized form of professional de-skilling. Reversing this process requires us to abandon default interactions and intentionally architect cognitive friction back into our daily workflows. Mistaking rapid task automation for genuine upskilling creates a workforce that is highly productive in the short term, but increasingly dependent on the tools it ostensibly controls. To measure what is actually happening to professional skills, researchers at the ISA Institute of Labor Economics ignored job displacement statistics. Instead, they analyzed changes in the underlying human capability requirements embedded within occupations between 2011 and 2025. They mapped LLM benchmarks to the ONET database, processing AI tasks through sentence-BERT embeddings to link machine capabilities to human skills. This revealed a dual pattern. Proficiency for a narrow band of tech skills spiked, while the total breadth of required capabilities drastically shrunk. This is capability compression. The integration of AI hollows out the diversity of knowledge domains a professional must actively maintain to execute their role. The macroeconomic data confirms that AI does not function as a passive external tool. It actively restructures what workers actually need to know how to do, executing a structural de-skilling of the labor market. To understand why this compression is happening across entire industries, we have to scale down from macro labor data and look at the cognitive psychology of the individual human brain. Learning and critical thinking rely on a psychological mechanism called epistemic agency. This is your capacity to critically evaluate information, justify your reasoning, and take active ownership of the knowledge you produce. Human epistemic agency is structurally distinct from the architecture of large language models. LLMs generate text through probabilistic language modeling. They predict the next highly likely sequence of words. They possess zero intentionality, reasoning, or actual comprehension. This structural difference triggers a psychological trap known as the fluency heuristic. Because the AI produces well-formed, articulate, and confident text, the human brain instinctively misinterprets that surface-level linguistic fluency as conceptual accuracy and reliable knowledge. Unstructured default interaction with an LLM conditions us to accept probabilistic text generation as a valid substitute for verifiable human logic. It is a direct attack on our epistemic agency. Once epistemic agency is compromised, the first micromechanism of de-skilling takes hold: cognitive offloading. When we rely on an LLM, we bypass the internal struggle required for deep understanding. It removes extraneous load, but suppresses germane load, the essential mental effort needed to construct complex meaning. Suppressing germane load causes measurable neurocognitive decay. Passive interaction with LLMs correlates with a steep decline in sustained attention and triggers a phenomenon researchers call metacognitive laziness, where we defer judgment entirely to the machine. By utilizing AI to eliminate all mental friction, we are actively eroding the precise cognitive habits required to maintain high-level professional capabilities. This continuous offloading scales into a second, broader risk: epistemic narrowing. AI models are optimized for convergence, prioritizing absolute coherence over ambiguity. Compounded by training data, they reproduce dominant viewpoints and marginalize underrepresented perspectives, effectively discarding diverse knowledge structures. This convergent design actively suppresses intellectual curiosity. Curiosity is a cognitive disposition that requires continuous exposure to ambiguity and dialogic exploration to survive. If the interface always provides a polished, definitive answer, the impulse to explore dies. Utilizing large language models as objective authorities does not merely de-skill the individual worker. Instead, it systematically narrows the intellectual diversity, equitable exploration, and the overall capability profile of entire professional fields. To prevent this capability compression, we must abandon default, open-ended AI chat interfaces. Instead, we have to implement rigorous pedagogical design principles into our daily professional workflows. Deep learning and capability retention depend on the presence of mental friction. This effortful engagement is the biological condition required to sustain professional expertise. Effective integration positions these models as provisional thinking partners used to extend inquiry. This requires embedding evaluative judgment as a continuous standard practice. Users must be forced to actively cross-reference claims, test alternative hypotheses, and identify the biases or omissions inherently present in AI outputs. Designing friction back into a workflow flips the power dynamic. It transforms the professional from a passive consumer of algorithmic fluency back into an active epistemic agent. The ultimate safeguard is a scaffolded workflow, balancing AI-free and AI-mediated task phases. Drafting a prompt must happen in an AI-free zone to justify hypotheses before querying. Then comes the AI-mediated phase and an AI-free synthesis cycle. This forces the active maintenance of broad knowledge domains, ensuring foundational skills expand. Generative AI is not cognitively neutral. Its impact is entirely dependent on the architecture of our interaction. Strategic integration uses machine fluency to elevate, challenge, and expand human reasoning, ensuring that the technology acts as a catalyst for professional growth rather than a driver of de-skilling. While we usually discuss automation in terms of economic shifts, a silent biological process is currently unfolding inside the minds of heavy AI users. Researchers at the MIT Media Lab recently recruited 54 people, split them into 3 groups, and tasked each with writing an essay. As they worked, researchers used EEG sensors to track brain activity across 32 specific regions, monitoring the actual level of cognitive effort being exerted. One group used only their minds. Another was given a search engine. The final group used ChatGPT. Results showed a severe drop in brain engagement for the ChatGPT group. Neural activity tied to language processing remained remarkably low. They finished faster, but were behaviorally disengaged, allowing their brains to effectively go idle. The MIT data highlights a risk more personal than job displacement, the silent atrophy of the cognitive problem-solving skills that define human expertise. This process is known as cognitive offloading, the act of shifting a mental task away from your brain and onto an external tool. We have offloaded arithmetic to calculators for decades. Doing so saves time, and it has never caused a measurable decline in general human intelligence. Generative AI moves into the realm of reasoning. It drafts arguments, structures logic, and makes the high-level recommendations humans once handled alone. A 2025 study by researcher Gerlich quantified the danger of this shift. They surveyed 666 participants, mapping their AI usage habits directly against standardized critical thinking assessments. The data shows moderate AI use has no negative impact, but at the threshold of excessive reliance, where users accept AI output without question, critical thinking plummets. The lowest scores belong to users aged 17 to 25, showing the highest dependence and weakest reasoning. Treating generative AI as a primary reasoning engine actively degrades the brain's ability to solve complex problems independently. This cognitive decline is already showing up in the workforce, and executives are starting to notice. In a Boston Consulting Group survey of 70 C-suite leaders, 60% reported a visible de-skilling among their employees, specifically in judgment and creative thinking. This erosion is changing the hiring process in India. Recruiters are finding that candidates use AI to generate perfectly optimized resumes that mask a total lack of real-world human competence during the actual interview. Gartner predicts that by 2026, half of all organizations will mandate AI-free skills assessments during the hiring process. Companies are now forced to explicitly test for the absence of AI, just to verify if a candidate possesses underlying reasoning skills. Perfectly formatted AI output has begun to disguise a vacuum of human analytical ability, and the corporate world is moving to expose that gap. This widespread decline in cognitive independence is beginning to shift the basic laws of supply and demand in the labor market. The World Economic Forum ranks analytical thinking and complex problem-solving at the absolute top of their global skills requirement list for the coming years. 73% of talent acquisition leaders now rank critical thinking as more important than specific technical AI literacy. The most valuable professionals in this environment use AI for grunt work while remaining sharp enough to catch the hidden flaws and hallucinations that the machine misses. As the supply of independent thinkers drops, the market value of a professional who can genuinely reason without software becomes disproportionately high. To avoid this cognitive trap, you must change how you interact with the software. Treat AI as a junior colleague who provides a rough first draft, never a final answer. Copying and pasting an AI response without a manual editorial review is the specific trigger for the cognitive offloading loop seen in the MIT study. Your primary role is to build an interrogation habit, actively evaluating the machine's initial sorting of information. Before trusting any AI output, ask 3 questions. What is this missing? Where could this specific claim be wrong? And what would a smarter person ask about this? Finally, complete one complex task every day without any AI assistance. Solve a logic problem or draft a strategy entirely on your own to keep those neural pathways strong. AI excels at completing tasks, but human judgment determines if the right task was done in the first place. Your thinking will win the modern economy, provided you keep the muscle from going soft.